This is Match Week. You are joined by myself, Ardi Emini. We discuss everything soccer from the highs and the lows in the sporting week to the news that is relevant to you. Gentlemen, welcome back. And this is Match Week. You are joined, of course, by your studious, handsome, and absolutely spectacular host, Ardi Emini. And yes, guys, we are back with our ADJs yet again. It is round 2. Steven.
Yo.
You're back again.
What's up, guys?
As an ADJ. What happened the first time?
The first time, a little bit of too much work. You know what I mean?
we got Steven Moncayo with Moncayo. I'm sorry. I'm horrendous at pronouncing last names. And we have Luke. You're going to need to pronounce your last name for me.
Luke Cirianni. Happy to be on the show.
Luke Cirianni. Now, boys, we have a lot of World Cup stuff to talk about. We have a lot of things happening in the works. But we have to talk about what happened with the one, the only, the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, before we talk about what happened, I want to give a huge shout out to one of our prior guests, Ardi Mustafa, who made this prediction back in August 26th of 2022. He was live here on air. We are going to play this audio, and you're going to let us know what we thought about Ardi's reaction. So, wait, hold on, let's finish that. There we go. Yep, I wanted to finish that point because I was low-key right there as well. So, guys, what do we think of Ardi, the other Ardi's prediction? I mean, we have the
multiverse.
There is the multiverse of Ardi's. What do we think, guys?
Wow. I mean, I think the prediction's spot on. Like, it's actually amazing to me how spot on the prediction was. But like, just the Ronaldo news itself, I never expected it. I never really expected that to come out. I don't know. I thought he was like, all right, good terms already with United again. He's gonna focus on the World Cup and just come back to United. And I don't know.
Yeah, good prediction. I also didn't really see it coming, but as soon as the season started and you start to see a more angry and frustrated Ronaldo, I think something like this was bound to happen. I didn't think it would go to this level, but you can kind of feel something brewing with United.
Definitely.
I mean, without a shadow. Here's the thing. He's gone, right? I think once the World Cup's done, he's gone.
They said some people reported that he's not going to play for United.
Yeah, which I think totally makes sense. Here's the thing. So, there's a lot of stuff he said where it is valid, and I respect what he said about how the club has worked backwards. There's been no improvement since he's been there. The ownership doesn't really want to take care of the club. And then there's also the points where he's disrespecting Ten Hag.
People, yeah.
And he's first off, Ronaldo is officially dead to me because he dissed Wayne Rooney. I'm sorry. You do not talk about my favorite player of all time like that. You don't diss my boy. Not the man who served you goals on a silver platter, my guy. No, you don't get to disrespect Wayne Rooney. Does not happen. Not on my watch. No, thank you. Dead to me. Nah, I'm just joking. But no, all jokes aside, I think there was no need for personal shots. There was a need to criticize the structure because obviously there's none of it. But there's no need to go that deep.
No, yeah. I think it definitely does. He had to spit out the truth. He had to just let it all out and just for the better of the club, I think so. I think it's mostly for the better of the club, though. I mean, besides some remarks he made towards Wayne Rooney and I think he's talking about the cooks as well.
Yeah.
How he's like, oh, the cook and the same cook. I came back and the same cooks were there. I love them and everything, but it's just they need improvements in the stadium and everything else in the facilities.
I think going after Ten Hag was the step that went way too far because you diss your manager. And the manager's trying his best, to put out the best 11 that he believes could win. Yeah. I know I'm with two big Ronaldo fans here, but I feel like personally United was more successful at least their record-wise, without Ronaldo on the field this year, they did well. They won.
Oh, no, yeah,
they won a good amount of games.
Well, this year. What
Well, yeah,
about last
we're
year?
saying this season. No,
Right.
no, but I agree with him in that point. This season, United's been better without him.
And Ten Hag's a good manager. I think he knows what he's doing. I trust him. He's obviously been right for the most part when he hasn't included Ronaldo in the squad, to be completely honest. But
I mean, Steven, we had this whole entire 45-minute debate here already with Maz, Demetrios, myself, and X, and you. We had a 4-person. It was a mess. We already discussed a lot of the points we're about to reiterate, which is not necessary. I think just because there's a whole bunch of World Cup stuff we have to get through, we're gonna bog it down to Ronaldo's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
He's gonna be looking for a new club. Supposedly Bayern might be going in for him because going into our next segment of injuries, they have a certain player that's injured.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just going to have to... This is going to be a waiting game because he did it right before the international break. He knew what he was doing. And we see it now with, the likes of Bruno, giving him the cold shoulder at the Portugal training sessions. Yeah. The only person from the United squad that's, still somewhat been close to him, I think, is Diogo Dalot.
Yeah.
I think my only problem with this happening is that Ronaldo took away a whole bunch of, not airtime, but recognition that could have been given to a young player like Garnacho, who is breaking through, scores a last-minute winner, scored in the Europa League prior to that for United as his last-second goal and stuff. You need to know when it's the right time to give the right people the attention that they've won, and that's always going to be the biggest issue with having Ronaldo United, that he will always be the talking point no matter how well people do.
I was just a little bit confused. Did Piers Morgan post it, or was it Ronaldo himself? Because
I
don't think Ronaldo was the one
but it doesn't matter. I think that's organized within the
the timing of
that's organized with his PR manager and Piers Morgan's people, and they find the right time where it works for the player.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't see Ronaldo post this after Garnacho's moment.
No. I'm not saying after Garnacho's moment. I think post it when it's World Cup break.
World Cup break. Yeah.
I think it's just sad that the timing came in when there should have been recognition given to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree.
Yeah. I think timing was just horrendous for him.
No, yeah, and especially the moment Garnacho had
against Fulham, dude. The Fulham defender even said it. He just came out of nowhere. It wasn't even.
I wouldn't say out of nowhere. He was doing really good in the academy.
No. Not like that. Yeah. I mean, when he went for the goal, right?
Oh yeah, he came out of nowhere. He did really fast. He was
quick.
Yeah, he was quick.
It wasn't even bad defending. It's just
video.
That pace was just floating. Insane.
Yeah.
So I in that regard, yes, and also I think Ten Hag has been a really positive influence with him.
Yeah.
Because he's sort of been able to guide him, and because before he came, he had a really big attitude problem that we saw in the youth academy and stuff, and then now with Ten Hag being involved, it's changed a bit, you know. And I'm excited to see the youth. I'm low-key just disappointed in Ronaldo. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think, Luke?
I agree. I mean, the part that I didn't understand was I believe Ronaldo also said he slandered the workout facilities on United, but the part I didn't understand is he played on United last year when he was starting and scoring goals. I didn't hear him complain about.
Well, he did in the beginning of the season, though. When he first got to United post his transfer, he said that the pools are still the same pools when I was here back in 2009. The training facility is still the same training facility as when I was here in 2009. Nothing. He made that point that nothing has changed. I think now he's just reiterating it because I don't think anybody understands. I don't think anybody understands how significant that is, and it's working to his point of showing that the ownership doesn't care about the club.
The part,
which he's right about. He said that they care about more of their marketing scheme than they care about the footballing team.
Yeah,
absolutely. And the part of it that I can get behind with Ronaldo is I believe he said the club didn't believe that his kid was ill. Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah, that
was pretty messed up. If that's true, that is a whole different issue.
I understand that point. You're not going to go on preseason if something's wrong with your family.
Definitely.
And I think it's sad for him that because United has so much money invested in him and going on those preseason tours, that they won't believe them thinking he's making an excuse of stuff. And maybe there's something in the past where he's made excuses, or that's just the boy who cried wolf. That's what they were thinking. Yeah. But I don't know. It's tough. He's had a rough go of it, and I think at this point like all jokes aside, like obviously, like Ronaldo's not dead to me. It was just a joke. Like but also don't ever insult Wayne Rooney again, or else there will have problems.
I knew instantly when he said something about Wayne Rooney. I'm like, oh, heart's broken.
No, but like legitimately, like he's had the rough go of it. I think this is like a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
The breakup needs to happen. You go your way, we go our way. Like you do you, boo boo. Like we hope you do the best. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's
the
what we
best
need.
way, like to say it, just a toxic relationship.
Yeah, it's literally it's a toxic relationship,
Yeah,
plain and
very
simple.
is.
I mean, speaking of toxic relationships, injuries in the World Cup is not good,
Jeez.
and you guys like that transition. Come
Yeah,
on,
come on, that was sexy.
So, we've upgraded here at Match Week.
Yes,
We are now using the TV in studio, and I have concocted a list,
God.
of World Cup injuries.
Wow, that's a World Cup winning squad right there.
Exactly. I'm looking right now. France, Germany, Brazil.
Yeah.
Like, wow. So, I think I want to just navigate by what the list says, but I want to like go by significance. So I think first we're gonna go with Salamakers. Steven, you struggling over there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just hold it. So I think we're gonna start with Salamakers from AC Milan.
Yeah. Good.
I don't think it's like that big of a miss.
I mean, it's not really big of a miss, but it's just like he's a good squad player.
Yeah, I mean with them, but I think with also them having what was it
Whistle?
the Nketiah?
De Ketelaere?
Charles
Yeah,
De
De
Ketelaere.
Ketelaere. Yeah, when they have De Ketelaere, who can fill in that position as well and play striker, I think if I'm Belgium, I'm not too stressed out.
Yeah. Salzmakers is a good player, but I think on the national team he's not a big. He's not a big role.
I'm gonna say because you
I'm
still.
I'm Milan, whole different story though.
I mean, he could be a different player.
Yeah.
Belgium,
And then from there, we're gonna go. Gini Wijnaldum.
oh wow,
He's injured for Netherlands, which.
I think they'll be fine with Xavi Simmons.
Yeah, but I think they still have Frankie. Like they still have Donny Van de Beek to go.
I mean, I don't think he's going.
I know it's a joke.
I was gonna call him like, wait.
Now I have to do the research. Steven's not on the computer anymore. No, it's Steven. Look it up. See if Donny's going to the World Cup.
He's not.
Don't check it. Look at the Netherlands announced squad.
did
All right?
he really not make the roster?
No, he didn't.
That's actually wild. I'm not gonna lie.
There is no room.
Don't get me wrong.
There is no room for Manchester United midfielder Donny Van de Beek in the Netherlands squad
That
for
is
the World Cup.
crazy.
How's that? That is.
Don't get me wrong.
criminal.
I
mean,
love.
I think Xavi Simmons is just more informed.
No, I agree with that. No, but I'm just saying I love.
Don't get me wrong. I think
I want to say this.
if he went to anywhere else but Man United,
Oh yeah, 100%.
He would be starting.
100%.
the guy was so talented.
There's no room for him.
Exactly.
There's no room for him on the bench for the Netherlands.
Yo, relax there, my guy. He ain't no bench player. Calm
No,
down.
no,
No, but he did hit some good form with Everton, but then got injured again. I think injuries is the reason why he didn't get called up.
Man, it's just like it's hard to see because I remember
Because I think he just came back from injury too.
Yeah.
So he had no form to support him to get him the call up.
I think it's just bad manager, bad timing. It's just like I don't know.
I know. I just feel bad for
I remember
him.
just seeing him play at Ajax, bro. She was
Ajax,
such a good
I
player.
know.
Different player.
Ajax. Different player.
You're thinking of the brand, bro. Like the
yeah.
chemical brand.
I'm thinking of the soap brand. Been doing too much laundry lately.
I know, facts. But yes, Genie Wijnaldum out. And then let's go Corona of Mexico. Jesus Corona, not the virus.
I think it's a big hit, but at the same time, they had. I mean, Diego Lainez. I don't know.
Lainez?
Yeah. Lainez. Like, how does he not go as well?
That's true, but I think my thing is that someone who's been such a figure in that Mexico side,
Oh, yeah.
I would be worried not having him at the World Cup.
Oh, yeah,
genuinely.
definitely.
Me too.
100. That's concerning for me right there for Mexico.
I mean, I don't know. Corona. I feel like he was a really big figure in the Mexico squad, but I think they'll be fine with the players like they bring in. Like I know Pineda also plays on the right. I don't know if he has all Mexican players, but I watched some of them play against Colombia because I watched that game. But they have some talent there, and Diego Lainez definitely was one of the players on the right wing.
Stevens Bar, Colombia.
That's my cue. But yeah, I just think I don't know. They have enough players to back up in that position that they have, like the right wing back position. It's just like.
They got a tough group though.
They do have a tough group, and I think Corona. I mean, he would have been a big figure in that squad definitely.
Now, to the heartbreak. This one hurts my soul. This man has missed 4 international tournaments due to injury.
Oh my God.
The one, the only.
Marco Reus.
The most loyal player.
The man, I love this man, and the fact that he never gets to display his talent at
Yeah.
World Cups really just upsets me. Not even Euros. He's missed what is it? 2 Euros, 2 World Cups.
I mean, he went to the 2018 World Cup. He said, but that's when
But
they got
no,
knocked
but
out in the group stages.
that's what I'm saying. He got injured and then he got replaced.
Yeah.
It's
So
always the good guys that get beat up with injuries.
Always the nice guys to finish last, guys. Always the nice guys. That's that. I think. Is it a tough one for Germany?
I really don't think so.
I don't.
As much as I love the guy, they have the players to back it up.
Yeah, I'm about to say because like I think this one just pulls at the heartstrings, not pulls at the results.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just more of an emotional injury.
Yeah.
This one hurts me. I'm not gonna lie. Next, I mean, speaking of, if we're gonna stay on the Germany topic, Timo Werner and Florian Wirtz injured.
I think Timo Werner's a little bit of like a wow. Like I mean, I think they needed a striker up there.
He was on great form before he went
Yeah,
down.
he wasn't.
Yeah, I'm about to say he finally found some rhythm again. I think being in the German side, he's always found rhythm, even when he was at Chelsea.
Definitely.
I think that's a big miss for Germany. I don't know because also coupled with him, there's no Florian Wirtz. So it's not even like you can play Wirtz as a false 9 and have Havertz play wide or vice versa. It's like now you're losing 2 good attacking options.
I mean, they still have Jamal Musiala. It's just like
They do have a baller. That is
I
true.
feel like Wirtz is just
but
like,
you're saying
he'll
they
just
still
play-
have. Well, they still have Sane. They still have Gnabry.
Yeah, like they have too much attacking threat up there. I mean, Florian Wirtz just be playing like on the bench.
Right.
I mean,
He's still a good player though.
I think if I'm Germany,
Yeah,
I would be slightly concerned
yeah.
because now you don't have Royce, you don't have Wirtz, and you don't have Werner.
They have Mukuku though.
Yeah, I know they do, but like,
Mukuku, I love saying his name.
well, yes, those 3 are missing for Germany and Portugal with the big miss. It is Diogo Jota. I think Maz said this the best on Match Week. He feels bad for the player, and you'll never want to wish injury on a player.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Portuguese front line, this is sort of like a thank God type moment of like now being able to limit the options because you have Bernardo Silva, you have Ronaldo, you have Rafael Leao, you had Jota, you also have Andre
Felix.
Silva, João Felix. So like, who were you gonna play?
They're loaded in the front.
I personally, I would have started Diego Jota if he was in the squad in that front line with Ronaldo and Leao.
Would you? In my question, would you not prefer like a Leao, Ronaldo, and Bernardo Silva front 3?
I mean, it could be rotated.
That would be my
but
front
I
three.
think Diego Jota just like
I
he
think-
provides that like I don't know, like that lethal I don't know, presence in the air.
Yeah,
I
like
think
that,
also.
like in the air.
Or not. No, he's actually.
I
scored,
know,
a lot
but
of
like
headers for
we also have
Portugal.
like Ronaldo who has like
also,
an 8
yeah.
foot like vertical for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, but I've like every time I see like Diego Jota score for Portugal, it's a header. Like,
Yeah,
I
every time.
swear.
Well, it's interesting. His positioning is phenomenal.
No, yeah,
It
it's very
is.
phenomenal.
But
That's why I think he's like a
But
very.
in
important
my
player for
eyes,
Portugal.
with having a Leao, Ronaldo, Silva front 3, you can have a more of like an evolving front 3 where everyone can rotate in and out of positions and be more free flowing, where you're not just like limited to one position.
I definitely
you know what I'm
like that
saying?
idea of Bernardo Silva, Leao, and Ronaldo.
Because because the issue is that personally, I think Ronaldo will play his best when he plays out left.
Yeah.
The times when he scored for United, it's been him coming in from the left side, cutting in, getting that goal, right? That's classic Ronaldo. And I think Rafael Leao is having the form of his career playing out left.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think having like that free-flowing relationship of like, hey, like rotate in and out, do all that, I think will work well for them. So that way Ronaldo's not constricted to one spot and Leao's not constricted to one spot.
Right. Leao just doesn't get enough credit for what he does. The way he could dribble through a whole team. I watch a lot of AC Milan. He's dominant.
On Match Week he
Absolutely
does
dominant.
because when Maz is on, it's Portugal propaganda. So he's like Rafael
Fully
Leao,
Maz would be
best player. Everything's like a yell. Nothing is like a
Yeah.
monotone talk. It's like you guys need to understand. Oh man! Shout out to Maz, love you. And Maz the midday Mondays 1 to 3 if you're interested. No call to actions. But I mean, going from one powerhouse to another. England. No, I'm just no. Okay, but seriously, England. No Ben Chilwell, no Reece James.
I think like it was like Ben James. I was gonna be Ben James. I mean, Reece James could have been able to go, but that's just like
You don't want. Here's the thing. You
when
don't
you have
want
too much like depth in that right back position. Like, why bring a?
My thing is that when you're gonna have the options of Kyle Walker, Trent, and even a Ben White, and even Trippier, it's like you can have Ben White play at center back with Kyle Walker, and then have Trent outright. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
I just feel bad.
I
for
want to
Reece.
see Reece James play,
Yeah.
but I actually respect Southgate in this regard.
No, yeah, I respect his choice as well because you
Yeah.
you have fit players like.
Don't get me wrong. I'm the first person where it's like Southgate, like you're wrong. Like I'll call him out in a heartbeat, like ready to go. Like, how dare you, you schmuck? What are you
Mass
thinking?
I do feel bad. I think Reece James is arguably the top fullback on that squad.
I think.
if he
I
was-
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Like, don't get me
I
wrong.
feel like it
far
could
and
have
away.
been his World Cup.
Oh yeah,
if
dude.
he was brought
don't get me
on
wrong.
fit.
Like Reece James, I think there's no better right back than him right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the
Well-
when because I don't consider Trent a right back. In my eyes, I don't see him as a right back.
Oh, Trent.
Yeah.
His defending has been
No,
spotty.
yeah,
the
I
last
don't
couple
Like
consider
years.
him
the
right
best
back
way
either.
I've explained Trent like this so many times. I think this is the best way to explain Trent Alexander-Arnold. He is David Beckham if David Beckham played right back. That's the best way to explain it.
He's like a bootleg Juan Cuadrado, basically.
He is if David Beckham played right back. That's the analogy I'm sticking with because he whips in crosses.
Yeah.
He scores free kicks and he gets the random goal here.
Yeah, basically.
He's Beckham. He played right back.
Basically. Yeah.
So don't you respect Bexy? Thank you very much. Okay, bud.
Yes.
Okay, bud. No, I'm just joking. So I mean, those are two big misses. So now, Shawberto Carlos at left back now for England, which he found form at the perfect time.
Yep.
Like talk about like timing as we were talking about earlier. Perfect time for him to catch form that he has right now.
England Luke Shaw is like a different breed.
Couldn't be a better time.
Bro, like Shawberto Carlos, plain and simple.
Yeah.
He's the only person that like scored for England, as we've seen. Like,
Yeah.
last friendly they had against Germany, who scored? Shawberto Carlos. But I mean, do we think that someone like a Rico Henry of Brentford should have gotten a call up at left back instead of forcing Trippier as your left back backup option?
No, I think Trippier's been Trippier had a great 2018 tournament too. He scored that. free
Brentford
kick.
just beat City in
Right.
stylish fashion, and you have the nerve to disrespect Rico Henry. You have the nerve.
No, joke. He's a good left back. I will say.
No, but that's also my question. Though, do you think that they should have looked more for like a Tyreek Mitchell or Rico Henry, so like an actual English left back, than forcing a Trippier out of position? Like, don't get me wrong. I think Trippier needs the call up, but like, do you think that maybe a Dan Burn, someone who's been debuting at left back for Newcastle in flying form, do you think he deserved a shout? Because then he can also be your center back / left back option as well.
I definitely think they need like another left back because like just Luke Shaw and then moving around with Trippier. I feel like Trippier should just locked into that right back position.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's like the best player for that position. But I mean, if they need to switch around, I mean, but like they could have brought in an extra left back.
Yeah, like because
But I just don't know who.
Because my thing is that if you're gonna call up Kyle Walker, Trent, and Trips, it's like I don't mind you calling up 3 right backs because technically Kyle Walker fulfills your center back role.
Yeah,
But then why is like Harry Maguire getting called up? You know.
I mean, he's a good.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, I mean we've discussed it on here before. We're not talking about it again. I'm just throwing that food for thought for the audience.
Yeah.
Food for thought. But from a minor nation to another minor nation, we have Brazil.
Another bad
Yo,
position.
my jokes are on
transitions are
point.
crazy.
My jokes are on point today, boys. Brazil, they still have Diego Carlos out, and they have Artur Melo out. Now, Artur, not a big loss.
Not a big loss.
Diego Carlos,
Not a big loss.
Not a big loss.
Come on, we got Marquinhos. We got
That's what I'm saying,
Gabriel out of the squad.
yeah, that's honestly
So
more
it's just
contentious. I'm
like-
not, that's the point I wanted to make. It's like there's more contentious points
Yeah.
than these two being out for Brazil. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I think these 2 injuries do not change an absolute thing for them.
Yeah.
They are so loaded and
Stacked.
roster-wise
Yes.
stacked. It's far and away the most talented roster this World Cup. I
I
think.
mean, we're gonna talk about stacked right now. We're gonna talk about France, my guy. You know what I mean?
Stacked on injuries.
I
maybe.
mean, stacked on injuries because Christopher and Cuckoo out. Magnan, Mike Magnan
Greatest keeper in Serie A.
is out.
Yeah.
N'Golo. By the way, fun fact: N'Golo Kante. If you guys ever listen and you hear "Ladies and gentlemen,"
This is match week.
that is N'Golo Kante in the beginning of every episode because even though he's a Chelsea player, I don't like Chelsea. N'Golo Kante rocks, but he is out of the World Cup alongside his compatriot in the midfield, Paul Pogba.
Jeez, man. I remember watching these guys play together. Every single time they play together, it's just like
Dude, like I've never seen.
I think it's the
better
best
partnership.
midfield duel. Like I think in my time, I think it's just
Because
like,
you know what it is? Because Pogba will do all of the creativity,
Yeah.
and then Conte will do
Just works
all
back.
of the work. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's-
he'll do all the dirty work.
All the
It's
dirty
like- I
work.
think it's my favorite midfield like duo like I've seen play probably in,
In the national
in
show?
my lifetime. Yeah, not international.
Oh yeah, I
shows.
actually don't. But
I
did
never
you-
watched
did-
Iniesta.
Yeah, I'm about to
Xavi,
say.
like-
So,
I mean,
oof.
Conte
for
is
me,
such a hard worker. It's just
I'm about to say for me, out of preference. Sorry to cut you off there, Luke,
No, you're
because
good.
I had a point, and then like I feel like if I don't say my points, I lose my points, and then I get lost, and then me being lost doesn't help the show. But the point I wanted to make, in Steven's point,
Yeah.
no one get mad at Steven. He's a young lad. He has not. He's only
I'm a
seen
young
certain.
lad.
He's a young lad, bruv. He's only seen a certain amount of football, so we can't judge him for him not watching Iniesta and Xavi together.
Yeah.
But
That's
in
crazy.
recent years, within the past few World Cups and Euros, that is the exciting midfield duo to watch. Without
Yeah.
doubt. Now, Luke, back to your point. I'm so sorry.
no. All I was gonna say was Conte, like you said, he does all the dirty work. Doesn't stop running. If he didn't work as hard as he did, I don't think he would be half as good.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that you see some guys like Pogba have a natural talent, but guys like Conte, they
Their
work
workouts,
so
man.
hard. It's just nonstop for 90 minutes.
Man, like
Yeah,
watching
but
watching that man play against Real Madrid, bro.
I will
Awesome.
say.
I was like, oh my god, get him off
I,
the field.
I will say that N'Golo Kante I think is underrated in regards to his passing and his vision.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look at him play for Chelsea, if you look at him play for Chelsea, you can see at times that when it's him and Kovacic in that midfield, the way how those two can link up the rest of the team is actually nutty.
Yeah.
Because
Green-
both do
green
the
link.
same exact work as one another, and they'll find the passes, they'll find the right space. So I think I honestly, in my opinion, not having N'Golo Kante is worse than not having Paul Pogba at the World Cup.
No, yeah, he's such an important player.
And then also another French player out. I know, right? So many Frenchmen out. Oui. It is Presnel Kimpembe.
That was a little bit like I saw that. I'm like, wow,
It's a little contentious, right?
a little
Because for
contentious, yeah.
center back options,
they're stacked too.
well, I mean, Varane is going to be for the World Cup. He's healthy.
Saliba.
So, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say, Kimpembe, you're fine. You have Saliba. Okay,
Yeah,
I was a
exactly.
little,
Come
no,
on
they're
now.
good. They have Saliba. We're gonna move on from France. I'm not scared anymore.
I mean, okay, let's talk about Nkunku. Like, I think that one, like, wow, like
That one's a big hit.
He was in
That
form.
one's a big hit.
I think he had like 12 goals and like I don't know, like he was just like top goal scorer of the Bundesliga.
Like he carried on his form from last season.
exactly.
Like he was
So
just
I
like,
feel like this could have been his World Cup.
I think he
and it
would've
just
tore it
hurts
up.
me because like this guy was in form and just like wow.
because like he like Loki, if he was being played right. But like here's the thing. Now you're gonna have like, what do we think of Griezmann being back in this front line now?
starting.
I mean,
Like, because who's the starting front three for France? It's gonna be Mbappe, obviously.
Benzema.
I mean,
Well, that's right. This is gonna be a Benzema World
or
Cup.
maybe
This is a
Benzema
little,
versus Giroud though. I mean, I don't know. Giroud's pretty informed. too.
Benzema hasn't.
well,
had a good-
Giroud.
but it's
he-
probably Benzema though.
Giroud's good for again link up. That's why he did so
Yeah.
well in the last World Cup. He
Yeah.
didn't score a single goal.
Yeah,
But
he's-
yeah,
he's
if
such
you
a
look at
forward
what he did
player.
on the field,
Yeah.
he was crucial to them winning it.
I was gonna say Mbappe on the left, Dembele on the right, and then Benzema starting striker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Benzema.
That's just.
I
crazy.
am really intrigued to see what a Benzema World Cup looks like.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be interesting.
But Cuckoo big hit definitely.
Yes,
But they brought in the striker from Frankfurt, Kolo Muani.
yeah,
He's good.
yeah, he is. He's really, really
that was
good.
the Nkunku replacement.
Yeah, but he's class, man.
Actually, Anthony Martial's going to this World Cup, right? Yes, no, maybe so. I want to ask this because I forgot. Because I forgot to double check if he was going or not. Steven, on the computer for the jokes now. Go to the computer.
No.
France national squad and find if
I don't even
Anthony
have to search
Martial
this
got
up.
called up. Just search France World Cup roster 2022. That's it.
Well, Anthony Martial, not making the World Cup, which is not surprising.
Oh, ridiculous! Ridiculous! I am calling bah humbug on this one. I mean, speaking of bah humbug, we have Giovanni Lo Celso out for Argentina.
Oh, I heard that's a big hit for the Argentinians.
That is a huge hit. 'Cause I think the only thing they've really been light for is just like natural center mids. Because they
Yeah.
have like Paredes, they have like a few of these other guys. They have
Rodrigo
other players
DePaul.
that could play like Rodrigo DePaul. But still, I would prefer a Giovanni Lo Celso over Rodrigo.
Yeah, I was like watching some like Argentina videos, and then they're like talking about how the injury of like Lo Celso was like a big hit on them because of like how like I don't know. He's like their workhouse as well too. It's
He
like,
just
I don't
brings
know.
that
and he brings out
creativity.
that creativity as
Yeah.
well from the Argentina squad.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be a big miss. Now, to move on to, hold on, players to keep an eye out coming back from injury. We have, if this wants to scroll.
I could see the first player there. James Madison.
No, I had
Oh, is that the number?
I had the whole shtick. No. All right, we have the list. I'm just gonna have to. Most problematic. Like I had a whole thing under. It's so annoying.
Damn.
Okay. You can't say that, Steven.
Sorry.
Where is she? There she is.
Sorry.
You're good. No worries. Let's go. You know what? You said his name already. We're just gonna go for the hot topic one. We're going James Madison. James Madison. He has been lights out for Leicester. Finally got his call up. Will he be healthy in time?
I think he will.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't he score? He just scored off the game against Leicester.
Yeah, but he came off with a knock. I think that's what everyone's worried about.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting you now.
So everyone's like, he picked up a knock. Everyone thinks he's gonna be okay. But that's sort of like the worrying thing about the World Cup, right? Is that if you pick up a 2-week injury,
Yeah.
you're out of the roster. You can't be called up.
Yeah. That's what Carragher was saying the other day, right? 10-day injury can knock you out for the whole tournament, which is something that
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It is very
But the guy's in
fairly
form. I
ridiculous.
mean, like regarding his knock, is like the guy's like
well deserved
call up. Yeah.
I mean, speaking of another knock, Heung-min Son. Now, South Korea's future relies on Sung being healthy.
I mean, they have some talented players, but I think Son's.
Don't get me wrong. They have Kim Min-jae
Yeah.
and Hwang Yi-chan, who
Yeah.
I highly respect. They also have some great midfielders.
Yeah.
But I think you need that linchpin.
Yeah,
you
you need
need
that.
that person in the front who's gonna basically have like a gravity towards them, where, let's say,
He's like their Sadio Mane for Senegal. I feel like.
Yep.
yeah, because like here's the thing, right? If Son picks up the ball and he's going out wide, he's dragging players to follow him, right? Because they're worried about what Son's gonna do.
Yeah.
That's gonna create space for everyone else to perform.
Right.
So I think that number one player gravity that some teams have, if they don't have that, if I'm South Korea, I'd be a little worried in not having Son.
Yeah.
I'd be extremely worried.
Extremely worried.
I mean, speaking of extremely worried, Joe Allen for Wales. Why is he still getting called up? Why is Joe Allen why is he still getting called up? He's like what, 30 something? Don't get me wrong, Bale's 30 something,
Yeah,
but Gareth Bale just scored in a MLS Cup
Wait,
final.
where does he play,
So,
Joe Allen?
he was at Stoke. I don't know where he went after Stoke. I'm not gonna lie.
does he even start though? I thought he was a
I
bench.
swear, I
he was
thought
a
he
bench player for Stoke, was he not?
I'm not gonna lie.
No
he
offense,
started-
Joe
no.
Allen.
All the respect to Joe Allen. I don't know what you're talking about. Ex-Liverpool player. I don't
Yeah.
care. No, he actually did start. He does start for Stoke. I just don't know because usually he's highly involved in the Wales team. Because usually it's him,
Yeah.
Ramsey, and then what's his name? There's an attacking midfielder for Wales, and I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah. I can't.
Doesn't matter. Dan James could play anywhere in the Wales
Didn't he score against you guys?
starting 11. Yeah, he did. Because Dan James is awesome. I don't think no one understands my love for Daniel James. I was so heartbroken when he left Manchester United.
Yeah.
Just as much as I was heartbroken when James Gardner left Manchester United.
Yeah.
It's like two really good players just gone.
Yeah.
Right, and that's upsetting. It's sad. Just as sad as Cesar Azpilicueta getting injured for Spain.
Oh. Wait, he got injured?
He is injured.
Oh, he's came back. He's
yeah,
coming back.
they're monitoring it.
I mean, look, man.
I mean,
you have Sergio Ramos
not getting called up.
He
Not
didn't
getting
make-
called
yeah.
up. Yeah.
You have
Wild.
David De Gea not getting called up.
Come on now.
So I think Spain, your demise is starting now.
No, yeah.
No,
I
don't.
think all the Madrid fans and United fans are just like.
I respect going for a younger team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like I think it makes sense because there's nothing wrong with having some youth at a World Cup. It can maybe change things up, do something a little bit different. But not having a leader like Sergio, like don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to say when it's like time for a player to not get called up anymore.
Yeah.
But not having a leader who's won World Cups.
Wasn't it gonna be like his 5th World Cup or like 4th World Cup?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
he's been in numerous World
Like,
Cups. He's won World Cups.
yeah,
He's won
exactly.
a Euros.
It's just
he's
like-
won numerous Champions League titles.
Like your Luis
you-
Enrique says, like Barcelona, like bias is just like he needs to throw it out the
No,
window.
but my thing is that you need somebody with that experience for your team to be there, like to lead them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when things are getting frustrated, when players don't know what to do at times, where emotions are gonna get flustered, you need someone like a Sergio Ramos to help maintain the peace and
Absolutely.
make
Yeah,
sure
like-
everybody's okay.
Like no
you know?
offense to Luke, like you're a Barcelona fan, but what is Eric Garcia doing on that roster? Like
No, Eric Garcia should have made it, but to me, I think it's very harsh that Ramos didn't make it. Why did Carvajal get called up and Ramos didn't?
What do you mean? Why did Carvalho get?
Well, hold on a
over
second.
Ramos?
Hold on a second. Carvajal A is a right back.
He has like five.
And, and then B, so you're gonna say, oh yeah, Garcia makes sense, but Carvajal, my guy, you could have literally argued with Laporte with me, and I would have understood
we have
it.
another Luis Enrique.
Bro, like
Eric Garcia's good this year.
look, listen to me. You could have argued for American Laporte not to get called up, and I would have understood.
No.
Over Ramos.
No.
But when you say like, oh, Eric Garcia makes sense, like, no, you can't just say makes sense and not give any explanation behind it, my guy.
Well, no. What I meant was Ramos deserves to be called up, not over Carvajal. But I'm saying if Carvajal's there, Ramos deserves to be there.
Like, who
if that
would
makes
fill in the
sense.
right
Okay,
spot
I
then?
get it. I know you're trying to
I
say.
didn't mean directly over.
No,
Carvajal. I just
I
meant
know.
in that-
We're joking with you. Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah.
But like, if you say Carvalho shouldn't deserve to be there, who should fill in that right back spot then?
But I get why they called him up then because they need a starting.
Well,
right back,
because
but-
like Hector, the goal protector, has done nothing for Barcelona this year.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Sergio Roberto being at right back.
definitely not.
Definitely not.
Scary.
I
They
mean,
were saying Pedro Porro, but
I mean, no, that's a shout.
No, that
Pedro
is a
Porro's
shout.
been good.
He's been really good.
Like
Sporting.
what is it? Sergi Gomez, the left
Yes.
back for City's always been good. He plays either side. I mean, Alex
Carvajal's-
Moreno. You have Alex Moreno.
yeah,
And you have
I heard that.
another left back that's Spanish.
Yeah.
He plays for
Balde.
Balde. No, there's another one.
Barcelona. He was.
No,
he didn't get called up.
There's another one
I
I'm
know,
thinking of.
but he
Is it Girona, the one with like the red badge and a little crown on top?
Oh.
That club. I'm trying
I'm trying
to.
to
What's
think
his
of it.
name?
Forget his
I
name.
think it's Uruguay. I don't know.
Hey, Steven,
Yo,
guess
I'm
what?
trying to do a spot.
Hey, Steven, guess what? Laptop. Look it up.
Girona left back, Spain.
Girona, Spanish left. Just go to FootMob. That's all you do. Go to FootMob in Girona.
Okay.
Steve.
All right. Let's see here. Miguel Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Oh, he played for Real Madrid.
That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking
he
of.
was really good. Yeah.
And the Real Madrid bias coming back into Steven. Anyway, speaking of a bias, we have Raul Jimenez.
Oof. Man, like all the Mexicans are just like fighting about this on TikTok. It's crazy.
I mean, like, Raul Jimenez, I don't know how to feel because he is someone when... man,
Look,
it's tough.
Like their case is like he's injured. He hasn't played with the side in like a long time.
But also the Mexican national team side has been changing every 3 days.
yeah,
So
I know.
It's,
It's just insane. But
so you can't make that point. My point is that post injury, he's just not the same player,
no, yeah.
and he seems like he's playing not scared, but like overtly cautious.
Yeah, and I feel like there's like more players out there that are like in form. Like some guy's named Santi Jimenez. Who
Players
didn't
like
call called up.
he's been called up.
Yeah,
but
I know. Oh,
the
Santi
thing-
Jimenez?
No, not him. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah,
Raul
Raul Jimenez. Yeah, I know.
Like he's been called up.
Yeah.
Like he's still nursing an injury.
Yeah.
So the question was, do you still call someone up like nursing an injury, be ready for the World Cup, or do you give somebody who's been playing more and at a higher level? Like I know Herving Lozano's got called up. I know that Hector Herrera got called up. All these guys. My thing is that do you not give that opportunity to somebody else, or do you think that you'll actually be able to get something out of him?
I think they're digging themselves in a hole, and like I mean, Raul Jimenez, like okay, he's like probably your best striker in form, but he's not in form. He's coming back from an injury. You have other players.
Well, he
in form.
hasn't been informed since his head injury.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
It's just like the man, like he's not. There's not the man for position, like for Mexico to lead them in this World Cup. Like if they want to get out the group with Poland, Argentina, and Saudi Arabia, it's just like they need someone up there to like actually be lethal. Like that's I don't know.
Here's the
Provides
thing.
that.
If I'm worried about getting out of the group, I'd be Iran because they do not have I'm usually good with these names, man. Sardar Azmoun. He's Iranian.
Yeah.
He is the striker for Porto, right? Porto. And he is lights off Porto. He's no, he's not.
no, he's
he's
not.
the striker for Bundesliga. What's
Yeah,
his-
I was gonna correct you. Like if Taremi's like that.
yeah,
man.
Taremi, yes, Taremi's Porto, and then he's the striker for the Bundesliga team. Not Bayer Leverkusen. Is it Bayer Leverkusen?
No, I can't recognize it, yeah.
Oh, I just saw his badge on FIFA the other day, bro.
What's the name?
you had on the screen, bro.
Iranian striker.
No. There's a big TV to your right with his name on there. Don't pretend like you can't read it.
Okay. I see it.
Steven's on
Oh
the
my
laptop.
God, the Wi-Fi
Steven's
just
on
got out. The Wi-Fi just went out.
That's why we have
me? You got me?
phones.
spell for me? I can't see.
Can you spell it for me?
I got some bad eyes.
Guys, am I the only one with good eyes here? I know I have my contacts on, but still.
Yeah.
I'm far.
Oh yeah, he is in Bayern Leverkusen.
Bayer Leverkusen,
Sadar,
yep.
Sadar Azmoun.
Yes, Asmoon.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. But even still, him, I think.
Rain Messi.
Yeah, Rainy and Messi.
That's what I got. It's like, wow. But I think that'd be fine with like Taremi up there. I think that's what you need. Taremi.
I mean, yeah, it's true, but I think Taremi, what he's been doing well at Porto though is having someone to work off of.
Yeah.
And I think he would have been someone great to work off
Yeah,
of.
definitely.
Taremi. I mean, speaking of work, Harrod from Monaco.
Oh yeah.
He's someone who's like. He's been a wonder kid for too long, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and we haven't seen him hit his full potential yet.
yeah.
I mean, he's been
I
like
think he was like in form though at Monaco. Like I don't know.
a bit, yeah, but he also he did well with he did well in the AFCON last time as well. He did like decent. But my thing is that when it comes to the World Cup, who's really I'm trying to phrase this properly. Who is really gonna be able to get you to that next step of getting out of the group? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he's one of those guys that you want to risk taking a spot away from because he's nursing an injury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the Morocco squad, they're pretty talented. They have Hakimi, Ziyech. I mean, they have their players there, you know? It's just like, I feel like it's more about like bringing them together and just like if they could pull through to that group. Because I think they could definitely put a fight up against Belgium and Croatia. It's just about the coaching mostly. But mostly at Canada in their group too. Yeah, I feel like definitely they could get like a little bit off Canada. But they have a very talented squad, and if anything, I think they could get out the group if they pull together. What do you think?
I don't see it happening.
You don't
I
see
don't,
it happening,
I
really?
don't think so. Yeah,
Really?
they just as a group, I don't think they're strong enough to do it.
And I mean, with the right coaching, I think
Croatia and Belgium definitely better squads, better group play. We'll see. It'll be close.
it'll be close.
It'll
It
be a
will
good
be
group.
close. I think
It'll
it's
be
a good. I
interesting
think it's a
though.
good group. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting, especially with Canada in there.
It'll be interesting to follow.
Jonathan, David, and everyone out there. But yeah, definitely a lethal group.
Dave, stay over for a bit there, guys. I was trying to do some IT work because our computer monitor is going to be a bit of a problem. But real quick,
Yeah.
you are listening top of the hour on WMSC Upper Montclair. Oof, I'm so smooth with it, guys. I really am. W Riz. So here's the thing. We're going to do our World Cup preview.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're not.
No?
Actually, do we? Because I want to discuss the games before we go into World Cup.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't want to give everyone, like, all of our knowledge right away.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of people, like, fumbling, like, where can I go to find information? And you can find it here
Yeah.
on WMC 90.3. But no, no call to actions here. But here's the thing, right? It's just, I think we should pick the big results of the weekend because we mentioned one with United against Fulham. So I want you guys real quick to go through. Let me know which ones you think were the most influential from all the leagues. We'll hit those real quick, and then we'll go straight to our World Cup preview.
Okay, sounds good.
So what's the first game you guys want to hit?
Let's see here.
Because we were talking about like United Fulham a bit. Garnacho light stolen, so I think we're a little bit good there.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the Aston Villa Brighton game?
Yeah, I feel like that's a very important game.
So start us off, Steven. What should we talk about?
I think that Unai Emery just coming in, just 2 wins already off the bat in the league already, and just how much he improved the squad. Like compared to like the games before, Aston Villa was like very poor, and just Unai Emery came in, just organized the whole team, and just improved it pretty well, and just they're performing really well in the league right now. So what do you think?
I got nothing to add to that, but I agree with you.
Yeah, definitely. They're just improving as a squad, and I mean, he's bringing out the best out of the players. Jacob Ramsey, Luke, what's his name? Is it Luke Bailey? I forgot his name, but like I don't want to mess it up. But Bailey, and Danny Ings. Oh, Danny Ings with 2 goals. Was it 2 goals? Yeah, 2 goals. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, he's a good striker in a good day, but it's just like I feel like he's definitely a top striker in the league. It's just he needs to bring it out sometimes.
Yeah, because I think finally with Villa, we're finally getting a lineup where it's featuring Buendia, Bailey, and Ings, which we really haven't been able to see until they've all gotten fit together again. And if you're at Aston Villa, you're a little upset that your form is sort of getting cut short by the World Cup because getting that result against Brighton, like it's not it's not an easy feat. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely not an easy feat, especially how Brighton were like in form as well. They were doing pretty well against Wolves, Chelsea. Like they were in the informed team in the league at the time, and I find it surprising that result because like Trossard, I thought Trossard was gonna eat, and like It's just gross as well. I'm like, wow. But then I saw they lost 2-1. I'm like, wow. Unai Emery really has things going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wow.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, besides that Villa game, I think there's 2 other Premier League games in the weekend that should be discussed.
Yeah.
It was the Tottenham Hotspur versus Leeds United.
Oh, yeah.
Leeds, I think, I don't think they were unfortunate to lose because I think Tottenham just played it right
It's
in
just
regards.
their defense, man. Like,
Well,
it's just...
the issue is they don't have enough American defenders. That's the problem. Because the Americans are the ones who are showing up.
Yeah.
But the Americans plus Rodrigo.
Yeah.
They're a fun group to
Brandon
watch.
Ayers.
Though.
No,
I
they
enjoy
are
them.
very
I
good.
Dude,
really
Brandon
enjoy watching them.
Harrison,
And Somerville.
my God, bro.
Colorado.
And Somerville coming out of left field.
Somerville, I don't know where he came from, but the guy's talented. Like, he's good. He's good.
Dude, him, Harrison, Rodrigo,
Yeah.
Tyler Adams. I mean, like,
Look, they have a really good attack. Really good attack. It's just their defense, man.
their midfield's good too.
Their midfield's
And I like their
decent.
fullbacks, but you know what it is? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if he's still injured. I think it's, what's his name? He's like number 8. He plays center mid / right back. He's like Scottish. Oh my God, I can see it. Dallas. Stuart Dallas.
Stuart Dallas, yeah.
Stuart Dallas is someone who I really like, who's
Yeah.
a very versatile
He's really
player.
talented.
But I think him being injured affects a lot of stuff for them as well.
Definitely.
And also Patrick Bamford just not hitting the races.
Man.
Ever since he came back from injury, he's just been off.
He's been off. It's just like I remember his first season in the league, like he was crazy, but now he never like recovered that form.
Yeah.
But I mean, Rodrigo definitely stepped in. Somerville, I think he's 22 from Netherlands. He stepped in too. Like
Never heard of him before the season started.
exactly, I haven't heard of him either. But he wears a number 10 shirt, so he's
crazy.
He wearing number 10 shirt.
yeah, but he's definitely a very. I've seen some of his highlights, and the kid's talented. Like he's definitely gonna be a big figure for that elite squad going forward, especially after international break. But who else we got? We have I don't know, like the Newcastle versus Chelsea game as well. Which I was watching that game, and
But I was also thinking of the Brentford game as well.
Oh, the Brentford City game, yeah.
Because
Good game.
Chelsea, Newcastle are a serious threat for top 4, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think right now, especially having a majority of your players being able to rest during the World Cup
Yeah.
besides Trips. I think only Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah.
Did Saint Maximin get called up for France?
No.
I don't believe
Because
so.
he's injured. I thought he picked up a
didn't.
knock, no?
Yeah.
So then, having a whole bunch of your players to be able to rest during the match and stuff, I think is a great thing.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't be. I mean, if I'm Newcastle, I think this is a perfect time to have a break. Even though you have your form and it's running well, I think having this break is really good for your team.
No, yeah, I think definitely like especially like how like they like coming off like 4 wins. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it'll affect their form coming back, but I don't think it will affect their form. I think they'll be going in.
And most of
going
their squad
strong.
gets to sit back.
Exactly.
Get
St. Maximin
fit,
gets to recover from his injury, and the squad becomes
get your
strong again.
muscles back to normal.
Yeah, exactly.
And January come back full steam.
Yeah, but Brentford against City, like wow, Tony really made his point there. He made a statement.
Yeah.
You know.
Like how do we think that Ivan Toney should have gotten called up over Callum Wilson?
I used to think no, but now I think he should have got.
I agree. I think he should have got called up.
Especially against a team like City,
That's
what
one of
he
the
did.
exactly like
Show up in the big.
the man
biggest
deserves
stage.
that call up over Callum. It's no like.
I don't think. Yeah, I think Callum Wilson.
Ivan Toney's just the man, right?
But I think the thing is like everyone's worried. Like when's the injury gonna come? I think they're
Ivan
expecting that, and that's where you're sort of even if you're a Newcastle, you're concerned. Like if he leaves and he gets injured, then it's not helping us when he comes back, and we
Yeah.
need him when he comes back.
That is true. But I don't know. It's just more like Callum Wilson, like it's just like he's a good player, but I mean like they need Ivan Toney up there, man. I mean people are making the case for Tammy Abraham as well, but I that thing's been a little bit poor this season. I mean I will agree. Like I do love Tammy Abraham. Like last season he was going off, but this season he's just a little bit
Slow
poor.
start
Slow
for him.
start for
Very
him. Yeah,
slow start.
exactly.
You know what it is for Tammy?
Roma struggles.
I think with Tammy, it's just the fact that he's still learning how to link up with Dybala.
Yeah,
Because having a Dybala there, I think changes up the dynamic for him.
definitely. changes.
So I think that adjustment of a Dybala and Tammy in a Mourinho system is still something they're working on, without a doubt.
Yeah, but staying on like Serie A, it's just like Inter versus Atalanta.
Great game.
That was a great game.
Great game.
Yes.
Yeah, like 3-2. I mean, wow. Like
And keeping the Serie A
Juve versus
thing
Lazio.
going on, I watched Sunday's game, Juventus versus Lazio. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Oh yeah, I watched some of the highlights.
It looks like Juventus is back, which my Serie A team's AC Milan, but Juventus is a great team to watch. They're fun to watch.
They're in form right now.
All of a sudden, Max Allegri seems to turn it around. He got Coach of the Month for Serie A after the whole locker room seemed to turn on him from September to October.
I'm sorry. I'm still convinced that he needs to be sacked. Just playing simple.
Absolutely, at the end of the year, but he's going to finish the year
It's not even
out.
because of Allegri. It's because of Moise Kean, man.
Moise Kean's playing great.
But yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like when you have the options on the market, like a Tuchel, like a Pochettino.
Yeah.
Like how is like Allegri still in a job?
I don't know.
They're paying him a lot, and if they sacked him now, they would have to pay him all that owed money, which is about I think $30 million. So I don't think
Wow.
it's so. And also, I think it's a little bit of Andrea Agnelli just not wanting to take his fall, and it's also one of his best friends, so there's a lot of bias going into it, I
Yeah.
believe.
Definitely a lot of bias going into that.
We'll see. I think after the season, regardless, but they are only 2 points behind second
they're not
place
doing that bad
now.
right now in the league.
They caught up real fast.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the result that's really catching my eye right now, I mean, I think it has to be Napoli versus Udinese, no? Because like
That game was electric.
yeah.
Because like
Electric.
Napoli, everyone thought, like, even me, I made this point on Match Week many times. Napoli is getting pillaged. They're not going to do well.
Really?
They're going to struggle.
I made the other case around.
Well, no, but dude, they lost. They lost Mertens.
I know, they lost a lot of good players.
Insigne. They lost Koulibaly. They lost Fabian. It was like, how are they going to recover? And they have recovered
They've been smart.
in style.
They have shocked everyone. Absolutely.
I-
Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen,
Osimhen.
Zelensky.
No, Osimhen.
Those guys.
I don't know where he came from.
Oh
but he's-
shit, man!
He's top scorer of the league now, and it's like
Well, he was there last season, and he
Yeah.
was in and abouts. And I think,
and with Raspadori on the on the bench,
He
too,
scored-
like
he
he's
scored
also
some
a top
honestly,
striker. It's
I
just
think the recruitment was there, especially bringing someone like Kim Min Jae to replace Koulibaly.
like, yeah, like that was also like very underrated signing. It's just like he's been such a presence for Napoli.
But it just shows like you don't need the best team on paper to be great. That
Yeah.
team, they have good players, but you compare that team roster wise to Man City, not even close.
Yeah,
But
I
when
mean-
you turn on the TV and watch them play, they're just
No,
they
yeah,
do the
they're
same.
electric.
They give you that same type of feeling when you watch them. Just dominant.
Yeah,
But my thing is also is that the fact that like a Hervé Lozano, I think, has had probably one of his best career seasons so far.
Yeah.
Not in regards of numbers, but in regards of like actual like the eye test.
Yeah.
Like he's actually having one of his like best seasons so
yeah,
far.
especially with the, like limited minutes he's getting right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
of Politano, but still,
Yep.
he's been really well.
Yep.
Everyone's turning up for this Napoli squad right now.
So we had Juventus, Lazio, great result. We had Atalanta, Inter. We had Napoli versus Udinese. I mean,
Milan versus Fiorentina.
That was a good game too.
that was a good game, but
I think Milan scored in the last minute. Was it like or like the last?
Towards the end, yep. 90 plus 1
Yeah.
stoppage time, yep. They also had. There was also a very questionable VAR call
As per
against
usual.
Fiorentina. So honestly, even though I was rooting for Milan, obviously I think that game should have been a draw. But Milan
Yeah.
was definitely the better team.
Yeah.
But good game from Fiorentina, keeping it close.
Yeah. Like surprising result in the Bundesliga, 4-1 against Union Berlin. Like Union Berlin was going in hot.
yeah, that like they had form going in.
Like
and
I was surprised because they've lost. I think the last like
honestly, Loki, I think the bigger result of the weekend is Borussia Mönchengladbach beating Borussia Dortmund
Oh
4-2.
yeah, especially when they were in form too. But to be fair, I think some like they were like resting some
But
players.
you know what it is though? Yeah, that too. But also like, but why rest players when
Yeah,
it's
you're in
World
a
Cup?
league, right?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So because here's the thing, right? So if we look at this game here,
Yeah.
we pull up the stats, we pull up the lineups and everything. If the Wi-Fi wants to work, woo woo. Here we go.
Yeah.
So lineups wise, actually this was a contention what a lot of people don't understand. Thuram got called up for France. And I think rightfully so.
He's been I think 10 goals in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
He's been doing well. But my thing is, if we look at these teams, right? So Dortmund making a whole bunch of signings over the summer.
Yeah.
Having looks like they're playing more of like a 3 at the back with having Sule, Hummels, and Schlotterbeck.
back, yeah.
But if you look at this Dortmund team, they should not be losing realistically. To be perfectly honest, when you made 12 transfers over the transfer window, having like an Ardi Emini, having all these players, there's no reason you should be losing this game.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I see their squad. It's a little bit young, but I mean, I feel like it's not at its full strength.
But neither was Borussia Mönchengladbach. They were missing Alessandro Playa, they were missing Neuhaus, they were missing Wolf,
And Haller.
and Jan Sommer. for Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
And then for Dortmund, I mean, Seb Haller is just coming back from his chemo,
Yeah.
so he needs a bit of a break. By the way, we're so happy that Seb Haller is back and healthy.
Yeah, I mean, he was crazy in the Champions League.
And then we have Dahoud, who's like a rotation player. Marco Reus, I think, was a big miss.
Yeah.
Marius Wolf, I think, is a squad player. He's a big miss. Mounier, like...
He's just like in the middle.
I don't...
He's just there.
Cause excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen him play a bit, and like I'm not sold. I'm really not sold. Cause like I don't see him being a huge contribution, but I don't see him like not being useful though.
It's like the same role as PSG. He's just like just there
floating
for the
around.
right back spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just like that player that's just there.
Well, he's not even like a right back though, so that's the real thing.
Yeah. Like I don't really like. I feel like Munir's just like that player that's just like there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Is Bayern still first by a couple points?
I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I think they are first.
It's close, right? It's still very tight.
Yeah.
Table.
I think one and
Where
two are
is
close.
the
I'll check it out.
table?
Yeah.
It's right here on screen.
Yep.
If I can pull it up.
Yeah, they're first.
All right, well, let me use the computer, bro.
Okay.
We have a whole TV. We have a whole thing now. We have a setup.
We got the setup right here.
If it will let
Yeah,
me
Bayern's up. Bayern's first. They're leading by
do it.
4.
Pull up on the computer.
Let me feel special, Luke. Okay, please and thank you.
Yeah.
Table. Oh look, guys, Bayern's first. I don't know if you know
Oh,
this.
I know that. Wow.
They suffered one loss. I mean,
Wow. And then Freiburg second.
Freiburg's been insane,
Yeah, they've been
dude.
pretty well. It's
I mean, my thing is
you look
that-
at these tables, you don't really like see the teams that are doing good until like you really look at them.
Honestly, I'm still surprised that Frankfurt's keeping it up with losing some players as well.
But Frankfurt's been like they like I think their recruitment's the same thing. Like Kamada, he's Japanese. He's been very well. Like, their recruitment for Kolumani as well. Like, he came out of nowhere.
Also Andre Silva is still
Andre Silva
killing
yeah.
it for them. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, isn't he at Leipzig?
Leipzig? No.
Leipzig? No, he's Leipzig. Yeah.
Did he? Oh no! You want to know this? You're right. He went on loan to
He went to
Frankfurt
loan-
first,
on loan, yeah.
and then he went to Leipzig.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Ball knowledge a little bit off today. I apologize, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. But we have to go to another league, a league that's contentious, a league that honestly most people don't care about.
Don't care about.
I'm just trying. I have 2 La Liga fans in here, so I'm just trying to stir the pot. It is. Well, let's go matches. If it'll let me click, thank you, Dankeschön.
Hey,
No.
Steven, could you read the first place team on the table?
First place.
There's no table on the
I
screen.
didn't. I didn't know that.
It
I didn't know
was
the
on
league
the-
ended
it was on the
at
screen.
13 games. Or
Yeah, I know, right? But here's the thing. So La Liga finished a bit early. They finished midweek.
yeah.
Now the result I see here. The club I was thinking of was Mallorca, the left back. Now that I'm looking at the
Oh, yeah?
badge. But yeah, Mallorca 1-0 against Atletico Madrid. I think is a big one.
Yeah. Atletico
Bilbao
Madrid's been
beating out Valladolid, not big. Barcelona, who cares? Sociedad was a big win against Sevilla. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
But I want to pull up Mallorca real quick
Yeah.
because
Mallorca beating Atletico.
Atletico
Like
Madrid.
Atletico's been really poor.
They've been tough. They've
Like
not
I
been
feel
good.
like they're just hanging on to Diego Simeone. It's just like I don't know. Like I heard he's the highest paid coach in the world.
they play so defensive. I just can't even watch.
Yeah.
He better be.
Yeah, but it's just like when you're bringing results like this in the Champions League and the Liga, it's just like I mean,
Well, my thing is, let's look at this team. So you have Molina, Savic, Felipe, and Ronaldo.
yeah,
Ronaldo's good. I can respect it. Felipe is aging out a bit. No, Jimenez.
no Joao Felix as well.
No Joao Felix, but no Jimenez as well.
The thing that like makes me a little bit mad is just like Griezmann was sold, and then Joao Felix was brought in with that money, and now Griezmann starts
back.
over Joao Felix when he's back. It's just
Well, my
like,
thing is they had Cunha and Correa on the bench
Yeah.
and Lamar on the bench.
like they
It's
have a lot of impact
why-
players on the bench. And it's
Why
just
are
like,
these players not starting? That's my thing.
I don't know if they were injured or like, but like, still, it's just like
Oh wait, please tell me the Albanian scored for them. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Morikia.
Morici, where is he?
Morici.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is
He
he?
did score for them.
I'm pulling up his player profile. You see, he's a Kosovar. I know what that means. That means Ekuchezi. Hey, Kuchesi. Yeah, but no.
Yeah, I think he has 8 goals in the league.
No, yeah, he's doing really well. He always does well for Mallorca.
Yeah.
I mean, last season, Mallorca still were in the La Liga, right? And even then, he was doing well.
He's definitely not a player you could count on.
But my big thing, honestly, I love Axel Witsel, right?
Yeah.
But why is he starting?
Right.
Also, low-key disrespecting at FIFA. They gave him 39 pace.
Oh my god, I saw it, man.
39 pace.
He like butchers pace by like 20 or something like.
Like what? Like the man did not get his legs chopped off. Like
Yeah.
he's still walking.
I think it's
he's
criminal to
fine.
give someone 39 pace.
Give him at least 50 pace.
Like if someone
In my head, realistically though, a professional footballer is not that slow.
yeah,
They can't be. It's
There's no
impossible to
way.
be that slow.
like
Some guys just look slower because there's other guys
You
faster.
want to
going
hear
by
something
them.
funny? So one year, Phil Jack Yelka, right?
yeah.
He had, what was it? I think he had one of the lower ones with him, and it was German center back Dez and Mustafi at Arsenal. What was his name? Blonde hair. Beard.
Mertens.
Mertesacker.
Mertesacker. Yeah.
Mertesacker had like 34 pace. He was like just above him with like 38 or like 39. Clocks the fastest speed ran in the Premier League. Phil Jagielka.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has like 39 pace.
My first FIFA.
Make
FIFA
it
14,
make sense. Make it make sense.
I had Mertesacker starting center back. My
35
Premier League
pace?
squad. I had no idea how pace worked in the none of that.
You're probably like yelling at him like,
It was just chemistry for me.
just chem, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about chem this year, crazy. But I mean, Rodrigo De Paul subbed out. Lorente, he got called up, right? For Spain, he had to. There's no way he didn't.
I'm not sure.
I think
He fulfills so many roles. He plays center mid, he can play right mid, and he can play right back.
I mean, he's a talented center mid, but I mean, over Pedri, Gavi. I mean, I think maybe he did because
Because what wide players does Spain really have besides like half decent Asensio? You know what I'm saying?
half decent Asensio.
Half decent, bro.
He's trying to stir the pot.
Man's links up with Dua Lipa once and thinks he's a goat or something. Like he's gotta calm
no,
down.
no, he's right,
Asensio,
he's right.
Asensio on the Spanish squad is a different breed. Trust me when I say that.
Ah man. Okay, Harry Maguire, calm down.
Harry
over there.
Maguire. I pushed the Harry Maguire agenda here. Did he spawn it? If he got called up or not?
It just showed leaked Lorente, but that's not.
Wait, did they not announce their?
They did announce it. I'm just trying to look for a rear.
I got it.
I'm about to say because like the World Cup's in like 4 days, guys. Like,
Yeah.
how have you not called? How have you not like thought like, oh, maybe we should announce this?
You know, it's just like we like look for the big players. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's there.
he's there. Yeah,
yeah, he's there. I, was about to
assume
say
he's
that
there.
he has to be there.
Rightfully so.
Left Real Madrid.
But Sergio Ramos still has to be on that roster, man.
I don't understand
Can't
that
believe
either. I mean, just to wrap things up, we're gonna go to the Farmers League itself.
League One Uber Eats.
League One Uber Eats. Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. We were in the table. Oh, PSG's first. Who cares?
Messi's balling.
Messi's balling finally. Took him long enough in the league.
Keyword Farmers League.
Farmers League.
Still balling.
Yeah, but last season, where was his goals, bro? Where was his goals? Where were
He
they?
didn't have that bad of a year. It's just,
Yeah, it's pretty bad here.
in the league,
Yeah,
he was better in the Champions League.
Yeah,
league.
it's still pretty bad.
That's pretty good. He was
Here's the
fine.
thing. So, Leonis tied.
Talk about Marseille versus Monaco.
Okay, I don't want to insult any French people, but like, how is a team named Clermont Foot? Like, I need more of an explanation.
Clermont Foot.
I need context. Rennes 2-1. PSG, wow, 1-5-0. Who cares? Brest, they won 2-1. Who cares? Lille, that's actually pretty solid for them to hold up a result. I mean, the only interesting game we can see here is Marseille versus Monaco.
Yeah.
And even so, with this result, if we do a clack, spooky splat.
Alexis Sanchez last
Here it
minute
is.
winner.
So, let's see what we got working here. Alexis Sanchez is still playing ball, boys.
He's been really good for them, Marseille.
Yeah, but again, Farmers League, bro.
That's true. If Alexis Sanchez gets scored in the Farmers
You
League,
guys don't understand. It's a Farmers League full of schmucks. No, but I mean, Mbemba, yeah, Harrod, Guendouzi, Arsenal reject.
Arsenal reject.
I
Tavares.
mean,
Another
honestly,
Arsenal reject.
exactly. I think he's on loan though. But my thing is that if you're Monaco, you should be upset at the fact you didn't win this game because realistically, you have the better lineup. In my opinion, from looking like to like right now, the only other person who I would say I'd much rather have on Monaco is Klaus.
Yeah, Claus. I mean,
Olvera 2 is a nice shout as well. I think that Monaco's back line and strike force
Yeah.
is better than Marseille's.
No, yeah, definitely.
But I think Marseille's midfield is just better than Monaco's though.
Monaco definitely has the more talented players in the squad. It's just, I don't know, man. Monaco just never puts it together. I just like they always have a really good squad. It's just they like, never put the
Oh
squad
wait, I just
together.
realized where's Jelson Martins?
I don't think he plays for them anymore.
Yeah, he does.
He does?
Yeah. Where else could he have gone?
Back to the Portuguese league.
But yeah, he's going back and forth.
Yeah, but no, he plays. Actually, no, he does play for them, but
That's what I'm saying. Is he? I'm gonna check the.
he's always been like around like
bench. Briel and Bolo too. Like
probably injured.
no.
Let's see here, but
Malang Sarr.
my God,
Minamino on the bench. That's a weird one for me.
Minamino. Yeah, I thought he would start over there.
He should be. I mean, also Diaz is
actually really good right
He's
now.
playing out of his skin.
Yeah,
But guys, I think this is good for our, wrap up of the last match week
Yeah.
before the World Cup, because this is match week.
yes,
It's like I did that purposely or something. But we have to go into officially our World Cup preview, where announced live.
it's time.
You can tune in here at WMSC 90.3 for all of your World Cup content in regards to live watch-alongs, in regards to game updates, and in regards to a World Cup final thing we might be doing. Who knows? I can't say what. Can't give you all the details. But then again, this is no call to action. If you would like to tune in to WMSC for the World Cup, you're more than welcome to. We'll have some stuff for you playing live. You'll be hearing my voice a lot because I'm just good because the games are crazy times and I'm a little bit crazy, so I'll be here for all the games.
yes, sir.
But going into the World Cup preview, we spoke about this last week, Stephen, about our dark horse, this and that. My thing is, if I can find the tournament, how's that not like the first button when you pull up this page anymore?
Yeah,
www.
it's like go like the international like World Cup. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
it's like all the way bottom.
That should be on the top.
Why is it on the bottom?
Now, matches. The first match to kick it off at 11 a.m. on Sunday is Qatar versus Ecuador. Now, I don't think it's going to be the most exciting game, but I think this game is sort of going to set the tempo of how the games might be played, with it being in the winter, with it being in Qatar, with their temperatures.
Yeah.
So we're going to be seeing a precedent for how the games should be played. And then on Monday, we have three big games. Monday, we have England versus Iran. We have Senegal versus Netherlands at 11 a.m. And then at 2 p.m., big game, USA versus Wales.
Look, man.
I don't know, dude.
Crazy.
Joe Allen, bro.
I'm going for Wales.
I don't
I'm going for
know.
that Joe Allen link up with Jake. With Ramsey.
Yeah, like, wow, bro. Joe Allen. Watch, I'm going to be like sarcastic, but yeah, USA's going
Scores
to
a
choke.
banger.
I know.
USA's got to win that game, man.
They really
Otherwise,
have
they're going
to.
to be in big trouble.
Because Iran's not going to be easy. England's definitely not going to be easy. I mean, realistically,
I feel like we always doubt England, but I feel like they're gonna come out like shooting.
but like, do you think
Is
they're going to
is it
underperform?
coming home?
I feel like
definitely not
they
coming
might
up.
actually perform. I might prove us wrong with me. I don't know.
Honestly, low key, I feel like that group is like the group of death. To be honest, I feel like each team is as equally as much at stake as the other.
Good death.
Germany's group is real good too, though.
Well, yeah. Well,
Germany's
hold on. Let's go to the table real quick. Let's look at the groups. Because the first group, it's Senegal's to lose. I mean, actually, no. There's no Sadio Mane. That's not something we discussed yet. No Sadio Mane at this World Cup, supposedly.
I mean, for the first few games,
They said
that's basically like.
But they would have to get out of the group for him to play, right?
Exactly,
Which is
so
which
then,
they can't do without him.
exactly.
I mean, Germany.
You can't
See,
really
that
you
group,
can't really
that-
say that they can't do it.
That
without
Costa
him.
Rica Germany group, I think, is
I think that
Very
Group
tough.
F,
I feel like that's a
though,
very good
too.
group.
F, I don't think it's going to be easy. Group G, it's going to be Brazil and whoever can beat out between Serbia and Switzerland.
Yeah,
Or, I'm sorry, Serbia, half Switzerland, half Albania.
that's a pretty good group as well.
I don't know. I think all three of those teams have the same chance to
pretty
be
good
second
groups.
place. You never know.
But if I was to argue for like group of death, I think it would be Group E with Japan, Spain, Germany, and Costa Rica.
Group E.
Yes.
I don't know,
I feel like I was having a hard time trying to.
Because
Like,
Japan, like,
I feel like
they
Japan,
haven't sold me. Like, that's the issue. Like, in Japan in years past, like, they have been able to sell you on the idea of Japan being
I
a
just
good
feel like
powerhouse.
they always come out in World Cups.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like you can't really like take them out.
I mean, Costa Rica has Keylor Navas on
and
their
also
back.
Costa Rica
They
always so
they
comes
they,
out in
they
World
find
Cups.
a way to get out of the group every time, even though I think.
But
it
then,
ends
dude,
this World
you
Cup.
have 2 ex World Cup winners
right.
in a group.
I think that ends now, but
Yeah.
they've done it in the past with 2014, Italy, England, Uruguay. They got out of that group. That was a tough group.
You know, Group H also is a little bit like of a difficult group to predict for me. I mean, not really much for the top two, but for the bottom two.
Well, even so, it's like Uruguay.
Because Uruguay could get first.
Uruguay, if they play right, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Also, Darwin Nunez finding his form at the right time.
exactly.
And Ronald Araujo's surgery went well, so now
Luis
he's
Suarez
ready to
with
play.
the guidance.
Yeah.
I
Fede
mean,
Valverde on the top of
it's
his
just,
game.
again, I think we spoke about this earlier with South Korea. If Heung-min Son is there, I think it will decide whether or not they can make it out of the group.
Yeah, definitely.
You think Portugal's winning the group?
I mean, they have no reason to be
And also
losing this group, to be honest.
Choupo-Moting on Ghana finding his form as well with Bayern,
I know, like
and Party and all of them. It's just like
that's the thing. I don't want to underestimate Ghana.
no, yeah, because Ghana. I've been looking at their side. They have some very talented players actually playing for them.
They do, but
and it's just I feel like that's like a group that we had to like look out a little bit more for.
I mean, we'll be doing a lot of coverage.
Yes.
I mean,
Definitely.
oh man, it's just a tough one, boys. Because if we look through, so back to our games, because matches and stuff. That's what we're talking about. Woo woo. Because after that, we have at 5 a.m. on Tuesday, November 22nd, Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. Now, this is where it's going to be a harsh one. 5 a.m. games, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I get up for 7 a.m. for the Prem, but even then, I'm like half asleep with a coffee in my hand.
Yeah,
and, like,
5
my
a.m.
hand is like trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
Well, we also have Denmark versus Tunisia at 8 a.m. We also have Mexico versus Poland at 11 a.m. That's going to be a good game depending on if Mexico wants to show
It's
up.
gonna be a very crucial game for both teams.
And then France versus Australia. Like, here's the thing. You can't underestimate teams in the World Cup because the World Cup just brings out another level of them because you're going out to represent your country.
Yeah.
But then again, Kylian Mbappe, I don't know.
No,
like,
yeah, Cleveland, but it's just like that front line, man.
Yeah.
It's just.
For Australia, definitely can't contain that front three.
I mean, you can never say can't, but I definitely think that
Yeah.
they're having a feast against Australia.
Well, here's the thing, right? So then Wednesday, November 23rd, we have at 5 a.m. Morocco versus Croatia.
So
Now, this game,
Sleeping.
yeah, I mean, I'll be here, but this game, it will decide, I think, whether or not how Morocco will do because Croatia, World Cup finalists last time around,
yeah.
they're practically having the same team except like a few players rotated out. I want to say this might be Croatia's game, but it's not going to be easy. It's really
It's
not.
definitely not gonna be easy.
And then at 8 a.m. we have Germany, Japan.
I feel like that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. And then at 11 a.m. we have Spain versus Costa Rica.
I feel like that's gonna be a good.
That's
I
gonna be
feel
a
like
good
it's
game.
a close game, yeah.
And then at 2 p.m. this is, I think, going to be the best game of the day. Belgium versus Canada. Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David versus the choke artist that is Belgium.
I think Canada might surprise us. It might surprise us. I feel like.
My thing is that like people are saying like, oh, this is Belgium's year to win it. Do we think like this is their last chance, right? I
Yeah.
think without a doubt this is their last chance.
Yep, agreed.
I mean, I don't know. Like their squad just always looks like weaker every every tournament. Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Because here's the thing, it's like
Okay, De Bruyne's in form. Lukaku.
2018
Yep.
made sense because they had Eden Hazard still in the form of his
Yeah.
career. Romelu Lukaku looking on fire at Manchester United
Yeah.
at the time. They had Munir, Kevin De Bruyne.
I mean, I think it's just more to the defense. Their defense that we need to look out for.
Yeah,
Vertonghen's a little bit aging. I don't know if Alderweireld is going.
Yeah, he got called up.
Yeah,
Vertonghen,
okay, well,
Alderweireld.
yeah, I don't know. Those guys. I mean, they've been playing for a long time, but at the same time, it's just like.
I
Well,
thought,
they also called up like Theate, Denier, and them. Like,
Yeah, but Nair's playing right now currently in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought 2018 would be their year, but I think, like Steven said, they fell off this year a bit. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't see them in my even like top 5. I think if they get
Do
past
you-
the round of 16, they're lucky.
do you guys think like an aging Kevin De Bruyne makes a difference because he's way more experienced
Oh,
now
no.
than he was
I
4
mean,
years
he's
ago?
still-
Yeah, he
He's
makes
still
it.
at the-
He's the best midfielder in the world right now.
He's still a
Yeah,
top midfielder in the world.
That's what I'm saying though. It's like that has to play a factor.
No, it definitely plays a big factor, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like
You're
I feel
relying-
like Kevin De Bruyne's like himself is not going to carry.
You're relying
his
on him
Bel-
to score goals,
exactly,
and
his
set up the
Belgian squad
goals, and
through
do
the
everything.
whole
Just too much for a
groups
midfielder to
and,
do.
like-
I know.
Yes.
So it's going to be hard for Belgium.
So you hear that, AJ? I don't know why I keep talking about Belgium. Actually, no, it was Dylan. Dylan kept saying, "Oh, look at Belgium." I'm like, "Oh, good try, bud." But next we have on Thursday, November 24th, on Thanksgiving, guys.
Wow. Thanksgiving.
I'll be here.
World Cup games.
I'll be here on Thanksgiving. And
I'll be here too.
me too. Come on, guy. Switzerland versus Cameroon at 5 a.m. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good game, but it's like the 5 a.m. kickoffs, guys.
Yeah, come on, man.
Rough. And then 8 a.m., we have Uruguay versus South Korea.
That'll be a great one.
That is going to be an important game to decide the group. I'm not going to lie.
I'm
That
excited
game
to
is
watch
gonna decide it.
Uruguay and South Korea.
Portugal versus Ghana.
That's going to be a good game.
I think the best game of the day is going to be Brazil versus Serbia.
Yeah, that's definitely
Because I think Serbia is a good test to see how good this Brazil side is.
Serbia's
Yeah.
got some players. They got a good
Mitrovic,
squad.
Vlahovic,
Yep.
uh,
Milinkovic-Savic.
Milinkovic-Savic,
Man, they have.
what's Kostic?
Yep.
That is
No,
tier defender.
Is Milik? No, Milik?
Yeah, Milik.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's Serbian.
No, wait, I thought he was Polish.
Milik?
Milik's
Oh,
Polish.
wait, he's Polish. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Polish.
There's somebody else we're missing, but can't think of it right now.
No,
they have talented players. That's what we can say.
yeah, I mean,
Like, it's definitely a test for Brazil.
yeah, but I mean, it's just Serbia. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll be excited to see how Brazil links up.
No, I think this will be a great test for Brazil because this is gonna show if they can break down sides like a Serbia.
Yeah.
Like really like they don't play so much like a deep block, but they're a very harsh side, right?
Yeah.
So
I definitely feel like if they could come out like scoring goals, like a big win against Serbia, it definitely sets the tone for the rest of the World Cup. For Brazil.
I'm yawning so much. I'm so sorry. And without a doubt. But on Friday, November 25th, on Black Friday, if you guys are not out shopping, you could be out listening here if you'd like to. Wales versus Iran at 5 a.m. I feel like that one, because we have... Okay, hold on. So we'll go through it. So we have Wales, Iran at 5 a.m. Qatar versus Senegal at 8 a.m. Netherlands versus Ecuador at 11 a.m. And then USA versus England at 2 p.m.
I'll be here for that one.
So that 5 a.m. game is going to decide what happens at that 2 p.m. game. Because if... Oh, wait. So Wales, they verse USA at first, right?
Yeah.
So if USA, let's say hypothetically, gets the win over Wales, then they'll be in the lead.
Yeah.
In like group wise and stuff. And if they pull the result against Iran, then that'll sort of help them in like cementing themselves. Like the England-Iran game is going to define a lot. And then the Wales and USA game is going to define a lot. And then the England versus USA is going to be a big game in figuring out what's going on. Because obviously, this is probably one of the better U.S. teams we've had since the 2014 World Cup. We missed out on 2018.
I mean, I just think like USA got the rough fixtures in the beginning, like Wales and England, the first two games. While like Wales has Iran and USA. It's like
Right.
I feel like Wales could set the tone better for the World Cup.
If they somehow lose
Moving
those
on,
first
and
two
like
games,
when the third fixture comes for England, they'll have things sorted out.
if they somehow lose those first two games,
low key,
then
if I'm
they could lose
USA,
the group.
I'm a little bit tight that like I'm not in a group with Tunisia and Australia. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean it's the World Cup. Come on now.
I know, but like
And this is not. I mean, on paper, it's not even a hard group. Well,
on paper, it is.
I mean, Iran,
With
Wales.
with us with the ball knowledge,
Yeah.
it's a hard.
No, it is a hard group.
To the
Definitely.
casuals, like, oh, USA versus England, it's just gonna be Revolutionary War again. We're gonna win. I'm sorry to the audience. That's my audience voice because I get some hate sometimes. So
Maz voice.
that's how I deal with it. My Maz voice. Guys, you don't understand. USA is gonna pull the result. England is full of schmucks. But yeah, 2 p.m. definitely England versus USA.
Big game.
Big game. And then Saturday, November 26th, there's no more holiday stuff. It's into the holidays. Tunisia versus Australia, 5 a.m. I can tell you right now, WMC will not be covering that game. If you're interested, we are not covering that game. Poland versus Saudi Arabia.
Poor game.
I mean, it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Again, that's the same thing with the other group. It depends how the first results are going, that result's going to matter.
Yeah.
France versus Denmark, I think is
That's
going to be a
gonna be
big
a big
game.
game. Very good.
That's going to be a big game.
Hey, Denmark's my dark horse. I mean, I've been leaning a little bit too much Uruguay as my dark horse again, but like Denmark, I think is gonna be a big team going into this World Cup.
Without doubt, especially like inform Eriksson.
Yeah.
You have Kasper Schmeichel coming back.
Yeah.
You have Christensen.
Yeah.
You also have Christensen, the
Yeah.
right back, and you also have Mahele at
Yeah,
left back.
they have players, man. I mean, I just hope they're not like Turkey, my dark horse in the Euros.
They had a good Denmark play well in the
That
Euros.
break
though.
my heart.
Hopefully they continue that.
Well, I mean, let's hope that they don't have a repeat of the Euros.
Yeah.
Eriksson, let's make sure pacemaker's working. But at 2 p.m. we have Argentina versus Mexico.
Wow.
That is a important game.
yeah,
the big one.
Just not important, but just crazy fan bases. Just like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I think this is gonna be one of the bigger games of the World Cup with the fact that it's basically two Hispanic nations and like you're gonna draw an audience. Like Messi's gonna be playing.
Yeah.
I would watch out for this game without a shadow of a doubt. November
Definitely.
26th.
Yeah.
Now, November 27th on Sunday, we have Japan versus Costa Rica at 5 a.m.
I feel like it's like an underrated game.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
We have Belgium versus Morocco. I think Morocco's first game is going to decide whether or not this Belgium game is going to be good.
Yeah.
Croatia versus Canada.
That's gonna
That's going to be a great game. Spain versus Germany.
Big one.
Two ex-World Cup winners against each other.
Might decide the group.
Yeah, probably will decide the group.
That's without doubt going to decide the group. Like, who do we think are favorites going to that game?
Germany.
Has to be Germany,
I got
right?
Germany.
Man,
It has to be Germany.
I wasn't really like
but-
going for Germany at first, but like I just like saw like a video. It was just like, oh, they're like team layouts, like Musiala centers, like Leroy on the left, Gnabry on the right, and Muller. They're saying that as a 9.
a false nine,
That's
yeah.
so.
But also,
lethal.
they have
I mean, that's
such-
Bayern. That's Bayern.
Yeah, but they have like a center back pairings of Bella Kotchup,
Yeah,
Sule,
Schlotterbeck.
and Schlotterbeck. Like
Like-
those are the
like-
three you need back there, and you're fine.
Yeah, like it's very very good German
They
squad.
also have Gunther. They have Rom. Who's the German right back? I'm thinking of.
Actually, I don't know.
They have a German right back. I'm
They do
blanking
have
on
a
his
German
name.
right
I'm sorry.
back.
My ball knowledge is off today, audience.
Yeah.
I apologize. But Spain, we just spoke about it.
Yeah.
It's too young of a side, and there's too much inexperience. And also, like, don't get me wrong, Unai Simon is a great goalkeeper.
Yeah,
And this is not even United bias. Like, this is just in general. This is the equivalent of if Germany did not call up Manuel Neuer. It's
Yeah.
like, how are you not calling up David De Gea?
I don't know how they didn't call.
It's the equivalent of France not calling up Hugo Lloris. How do you not call up Hugo Lloris? Don't get me wrong.
Doesn't
Hugo
make
Lloris is not the best goalkeeper, but he's still your number one. He still helped you win a World Cup.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like a big. It's gonna be a show in the World Cup, like how much of a like miss David De Gea is, or maybe not. But
I mean, here's the thing. De Gea is not the best at distribution, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the World Cup,
shot stopping. come
you
on.
need to be a shot
Yeah.
stopper. Without a shadow of a doubt, you need to be a shot stopper.
I would feel much more comfortable with him in the net than
Yeah.
Simeone. I don't know how it's even a question for Luis Enrique.
That's your ex-boss, not ours.
You know, he made a Twitch. He made a Twitch.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he made a Twitch
yeah,
to
he's
talk
a-
about
He's wild. He's a little crazy
some
these days.
like question, like I don't know, some like to answer some questions about what choices he made in the World Cup and like some fixtures and everything.
Mhm.
So that was really interesting. I'm interested in that. If you guys want to check that out,
Check it out if you want. No call to action. Monday, November 28th. Cameroon versus Serbia at 5 a.m. Sleeping. Don't care. 8 a.m. South Korea versus Ghana. I think that's gonna be a low key good game.
Yeah.
100%. Brazil versus Switzerland. Or wait, let me correct myself. Brazil versus half of Albania. Gonna be a great game. We went through this the other day, Steven. We spoke about it.
Yeah, it's like Switzerland's half the Albanian.
Switzerland is half of the Albanian national team. Again, if Brazil, seeing, I'm gonna try to phrase this. Seeing what they can do against Serbia and Switzerland will, in my opinion, that will decide whether or not I think they'll win the World Cup. To be perfectly
Yeah,
honest,
definitely.
because being able to handle those two intense teams, I think will help you out in the long run.
Man, I'm looking at this next game up.
This is a big one: Portugal versus Uruguay.
Gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a huge game.
I think
I'm excited to watch that game.
I think Portugal's World Cup is going to rely on Ronaldo. In the sense of like what he's going to do to that team.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
I do think in that
regard, I'm saying.
like if he's gonna be like not just like playing wise, but also like toxic wise,
Influence and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because we already saw it with the sort of backhanded stuff between him and Bruno.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't going to a World Cup. You want your locker room to be as harmonious as it could possibly be, and that is the credit I will give to Southgate. Again, I don't like to give credit to him.
Yeah.
I think he's a schmuck. He's a schmuck. But he has the ability to keep the locker room cool, calm, collected. Everyone knows their roles. Everyone's working with each other.
Yeah.
And my concern
and he's a captain.
is that, like, yes, with Ronaldo being the captain and stuff, it's like if there's a split and not everyone's on the same page. Like, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be Ronaldo, Pepe on one side, because those are the homies.
Yeah.
They've been together for a while. They're basically like hetero life mates.
Yeah.
They're the soccer equivalent of Jay and Silent Bob. Like, them two are together.
Yeah.
And then it might be the other side of, like, Bruno and his crew. Like, who knows?
Cancelo. You saw that video with Cancelo?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Not having Cancelo on your good side is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Do you think that Cancelo reaction though was because of Ronaldo, or you think he was
I
upset
don't think
about
it was
something
because of
unrelated?
Ronaldo.
I think it was just.
I saw the full video and it was like something about.
I think it was just the media trying to
Yeah.
turn it on Ronaldo somehow. But the
Yeah.
part where Bruno wouldn't look him in the eyes, that was a little.
That was a little bit.
That was
yeah,
that was
strange.
very.
I did see
interesting.
that a little bit strange.
It's not strange, though, because, like, Bruno is technically the captain at Manchester United. Like, he is involved in that locker room. And he's been having to deal with all the Ronaldo antics. Granted, most of them rational. Some of them irrational. But then again, going into there, it's like,
It's like you're not United anymore. That's the thing, though. You're
yeah,
in
but
Portugal
yeah,
squad.
but at the end of the day, you still have loyalties, right? You still, because at the end of the day, he's also disrespecting his manager as well, and it's putting him in a bad situation.
Look, if I was, I think Bruno, I would just put anything aside from like United and like focus on like national squad.
But I think that's sort of what they've done.
Like, I understand
They'll
like you're
train
loyal,
together
you're loyal
and
to your club, but it's just like
But
coming into the
my-
World Cup, you have to like put those like differences aside.
I think
you know?
what I've noticed is that coming into it, they're gonna have the ability to focus on the games, but outside of the World Cup, I mean, outside of like playing and stuff, I think they're just gonna be separated.
Yeah,
That's what it's gonna be. It's like they're gonna work, but then there's like not gonna be around each other after work.
Yeah.
But on the next day, this is where the schedule switches. A PSA public announcement. If you are watching the World Cup, the game times will switch on Tuesday, November 29th. You will have Ecuador and Senegal at 10 a.m. alongside the Qatar and Netherlands at 10 a.m. 2 games at once.
Yeah.
So you get double the fun. Now, the game I would sort of favor to watch is Senegal versus Ecuador because I think Netherlands versus Qatar is going to be a thrashing.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, also, it's historically, every time the host country hosts a World Cup, they always make it to the round of 16.
I feel like Qatar's getting a little bit too disrespected, though. I don't know. I feel like people are disrespecting Qatar a lot.
Because, like,
Like, no offense.
I don't see them as the same quality as Iran, though.
I do agree with that, but it's just. I mean, I don't know. I saw Qatar in the Copa America.
Who do they
they're
have,
Not,
though?
they're not a bad.
Who do they-
Look. Okay, you might say, "Oh, who did he have?" But, I saw them against Copa America, and they have some players that could play, man. It's just
Right.
like
I mean, yeah. When if you're hosting, the
I think
country,
they're gonna
guess you
put
got
up a good
shot.
fight against Qatar and Senegal. Ecuador and Senegal. I mean, I don't know.
It's just, I think because Netherlands is going to be so good, especially with Tyrell Malacia
No, Netherlands are
left
definitely
back
gonna
carrying
thrash
your whole
on them.
team.
But I feel like some people say that versus Ecuador. And
I love how Steven's trying to like run over my United propaganda. He's like, "Hey, no, stop talking, please." My show, Steven. But no, with I think genuinely having the most solid back line they've had in a long time.
yeah,
Like, that's the thing. Like, people say all the time, "Oh, defense wins you championships." But like, legitimately, having a solid defensive line, having a shot stopper, and having an insane goal scorer. Those are the 3 you need to win a World
Yeah.
Cup. France did it like that. Germany did it like that. And Spain did it like that.
Yeah.
But except Spain had like everything and their mother. Like, they were just insane.
man. I think the only thing like position like Netherlands lacks is probably the goalkeeper position. That's probably
Goalkeeping, I mean, they're not bad, but I can hear your point there. Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Otherwise, they have a very strong squad going into this World Cup. Yeah.
I mean, these 2 p.m. games, I think is going to decide a lot. Like,
Yeah.
this is where everything is on the table.
Yeah.
Iran versus USA, Wales versus England. I think either of these games can go either way. I don't see any favorites within these 4 teams right now.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have a team that's gonna have to win and pay attention to the other result, right? In order to either go through or that could USA could maybe be up against the fence. They could maybe win, but then they need Wales to lose to be second place. That might not happen. So it'll be good to watch both at the same time.
Definitely.
No, without a doubt. I mean, that's our Tuesday fixtures. We're a little bit excited for that. And then going on to November 30th, we have Wednesday, Australia versus Denmark at 10 a.m. and Tunisia versus France at 10 a.m. Now, these are the games that you're going to want to monitor because of Denmark and France, but not like actually watch the games themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not the best ties. Because Tunisia, it's not like they're world beaters. But then again, I don't want to disrespect teams too harshly. Because what if like Tunisia is like pulling results
Yeah.
when it comes to this time, and we're just gonna look like schmucks? Matt's gonna be like, I was listening to you guys, and you were schmucks on air. And then 2 p.m. I think this is the games you have to watch out for. It's Poland versus Argentina, and it's Mexico versus Saudi Arabia. Those are 2 games at 2 p.m. that you have to watch out for, because this will decide whether or not Poland makes it through or whether or not Mexico's gonna make it through.
Yeah. What if Argentina gets bad luck, man?
I don't know, dude. That team has no excuse to have bad luck.
No,
they really don't.
They really
no
have
excuse. I mean, going into our Thursday fixtures though, December 1st. December 1st. Wow, December's like right around the corner, guys.
That's crazy.
Canada versus Morocco at 10 a.m. and Croatia versus Belgium at 10 a.m. That is the game to watch out for.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. 10 a.m. Croatia versus Belgium. You need to watch out for that game. I mean, like it's gonna. I think it's gonna be the battle in the midfields. It's gonna be a Kovacic-Modric fight
versus just De Bruyne.
No, not De Bruyne. They have Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah, that's true. Yuri Tielemans.
And they also have my ball knowledge is so off today. I feel so disrespectful.
No one worth being mentioned.
Steven, pull up the computer. Belgium national team.
Let's see.
No, not your phone. That's cheating. I said computer.
Charles de Catalare.
Nicatalaire is a striker. He's not
midfielder. He's played Cam on Milan though. Before.
Yeah, but you can't say someone's played Cam. It's like, oh, they can play center mid. They can play the 8.
Oh, we got Dendocker Onana from Everton.
That's right. Onana from 6'5", bro.
Yeah, he's gonna be good. He's young too.
He's gonna be good in the World Cup.
Witzel and Vanaken.
I think that Onana, De Bruyne midfield pairing is gonna be the same as like that Pogba Conte pairing.
I definitely think we're gonna see a lot from Onana in this World Cup.
100%. I mean, like, if James Gardner can whip balls to have Onana nearly score headers all the time, imagine De Bruyne serving you. Like, come on. I mean, like that's the thing. I know we keep saying De Bruyne, but you have to understand Kevin De Bruyne is the man to watch out for this World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. Onana's gonna be like.
If there's players you want to keep your eyes on, Belgium. I'm just gonna list my players. You're gonna watch out for Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Brazil, any of them.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, any of them.
Yeah.
Spain, nobody.
Pedri.
Hashtag GG no re. England, watch out for Maguire, how bad he's going to be. Serbia, don't care. Sorry, Dan.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. No, all jokes. Switzerland, Shachiri, because he's Albanian.
Yeah.
Japan, Kamada, maybe.
Kamada, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, South Korea, Heung-min Son. Senegal, Sadio Mane if he's fit. France, Mbappe. These are the names that you want to watch out for the World Cup.
Definitely.
Because they can define whether or not your team has a good World Cup, whether in regards of playing or in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I had to put that because of Ronaldo.
Yeah, definitely.
So that is the 10 a.m. fixture. Now we have at 2 p.m. 2 games. Germany versus Costa Rica. And then Spain versus Japan. Again, I think the good game is going to be Germany versus Costa Rica.
Really?
I think so.
I was leaning more towards Japan and Spain.
I don't know. I just feel like with
I feel like people are sleeping on Japan, man.
I think we're all sleeping on Keylor Navas. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, Navas, you think so?
Yeah. But yeah, I think this game is important because if Germany or Spain either get the result, we need to see how they're gonna be where and how they're gonna be finishing.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, December 2nd, Serbia versus Switzerland. The Kosovo War is happening again. The War of '99 is happening again. Except in the World Cup.
God.
With Serbia versus half of Albania. There's gonna be. I don't think you understand. There's gonna be so many Albanian flags out ready to go during that game. Hey, Coach Jazzy. Hey, Coach Jazzy. No, but no, legitimately, Ghana versus Uruguay at 10 a.m. with Portugal and South Korea at 10 a.m. Those are 2 games where it's absolutely crucial. Watch these games.
Yeah.
You have to because it's going to define how that group goes. A lot of these are going to be group definers. So we have to just keep an eye on them. And then at 2 p.m., Brazil versus Cameroon. I think, depending on how Brazil's doing at this point, it's not that big of a deal. But if they're struggling, then is that big of a deal? And then Serbia versus Switzerland. It's going to decide whether or not those two make it out. Which one of those two makes it out of the group.
Definitely.
That's where I like all jokes aside, like all Albanian propaganda aside. No, like Germany versus Switzerland is a very big, is one of the biggest games of that week, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then after this is where it's going to be interesting. We are going to have all of our knockout games going on.
Yeah.
And the times, so just let the audience know, from December 3rd to December 9th, there is going to be, no. So December 3rd to December 6th, there is going to be the round of 16, where we're going to have knockout stages, see who makes it to the quarterfinals. And then from December 9th to, if arrow button works, December 9th to December 10th is the quarterfinals, where you have to keep an eye out, see who wins what. 13th and the 14th is the semifinals.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, December 17th is the third place match. And then December 18th, Sunday, is the World Cup final.
Guys, I just want to announce my birthday is on December 18th.
So
I'm going to have a World Cup final on my birthday.
Yeah.
You believe that?
And you better be here.
Yeah, I
on
will
World
be
Cup
there.
final, because we will have a Soccer Sunday watch along going on here.
Of course I'll be
on
at
WMSC
What better
90.3.
way to
You're
celebrate
hearing
my
it
birthday?
first. If you'd like to listen, no call to action. But no, legitimately, there's big plans in the works for here at WMSC for the World Cup final. Keep an eye out.
Of course.
We have a big team working out something. By big team, and it's just me and trying to lead a whole bunch of people around and be like, hey guys, hey, just listen, hello, hey, listen up. But no, I am excited. I think everyone else here is excited. What is your expectations of this World Cup? Like, what are you expecting it to be?
It's like the pinnacle. It's like like Ronaldo's last World Cup, Messi's last World Cup, maybe Neymar's World Cup. I think it's just going to be like all of our childhood's just like.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody I grew up watching.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be
wrapping it up.
Yeah,
If not,
Gareth
if they didn't already
Bale.
retire.
Like, this is the transition period. Like,
Exactly.
this is the transition
This is exactly what we call the transition.
from old guard to new guard.
The last dance.
Basically.
The last dance. Okay, calm down, MJ.
That's how it feels to us, though. It's like
Yeah, it
It's
does.
really
yeah.
sad. Yeah, it's just not.
like
I'm
that's,
not ready
these are
for
the guys
these
that we
guys to
grew up
retire.
watching, like, Neymar YouTube videos, skills, and
Yeah, like
goals.
him at what, Palmeiras, or was it
Santos.
Neymar?
Santos. Yeah.
Barca. It's just like
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. No one ever thought Santos Neymar
no, that guy's
was gonna be
Different
where he
breed.
is now.
yeah,
No.
and just like Ronaldo and Messi's just like man.
Even Mbappe though, like if Mbappe gets a second World Cup for his age,
That's just gonna set the,
that's gonna set the bar so high.
yeah.
Like, we have to be real right here. Like, if Mbappe gets I'm emphasizing this because I don't think people understand. If Mbappe gets a second World Cup, he technically puts himself up there in the conversation.
True.
When we talk about, like, when we make the jokes about greatest of all times and stuff, it's like, if he's already getting to 2 Champions Leagues before he even turns 21 or 22 or 23, how old is he now? I can't remember.
World Cups. Yeah, I was gonna
Don't say Champions League. 'Cause
No, not Champions League. I'm saying World Cups, right?
Yeah.
Because
we know.
if he gets the lead in the World Cups, all he just needs then is to catch up to the Champions League.
I do agree, but he doesn't need to catch up Champions League. That's the thing, though. He needs to catch up the Champions League. So before he joins that conversation, he needs to catch up on Champions Leagues. You know what I mean?
But then, hey, Benzema out of Madrid, Mbappe in maybe.
I mean,
Maybe that'll cement his legacy.
I don't know. We'll see.
Look-
Well, that's my question. Do you think that Mbappe needs to become a Galacticos in order to cement his legacy?
I think he does.
He'll play in the
Because
top.
man, if you
he'll
just stay at
play.
PSG, you're in France.
Nah,
League.
he'll play in the
like
top
I feel like
league.
it doesn't really just like if you're just playing in that league the whole your majority of your career, it's just
Yeah.
like you really say that you were like the best player. Like, I mean, if that's what he's trying to go for.
I mean, there's another person here who usually likes to argue. I mean, Neymar. Like, where is Neymar going to place after this World Cup? Because realistically,
Look, if he wins it-
if Messi or Ronaldo wins the World Cup, they cement themselves as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Because both have a plethora of Champions League titles.
Yeah.
Only one has real league titles that matter. You can decide who it is. Cristiano Ronaldo won a Premier League. I mean, that's not as important as La Liga. La Liga is a joke. Who cares? I'm just being honest.
I just think Neymar, if he wins this World Cup with Brazil, he definitely places somewhere up there in that legend status.
that echelon, because then
top 10 maybe.
Because think about it. Because so far, the likes of like a Mario Götze, a Kylian Mbappe have so far won a World Cup over those two.
Yeah.
Euros wise, Italy won a Euro before Portugal. Well, actually, Ronaldo has the Euros, and then now Messi has the Copa America. So literally, this is just it. This is the
Because like speaking, I think Neymar is probably one of the best players to perform better. Like I mean, like internationally of all time. Just like he's one of the best players.
he shows up.
He
Yeah,
always-
He always shows up.
Could be a
Exactly. So
semifinal,
I feel
final.
like this should be his like like his moment, right?
I just don't.
To really like cement.
He's just so young. I wish he would hopefully play in 2026. I think Brazil has an even better chance to win that year because a lot of the top players are retiring after this World Cup, right?
Well, I mean,
So-
they still have a young team. Like the
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
old guys.
And they'll probably have even more youngsters.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
going,
Like the
grow
only.
with
they
them.
just always like feed
Well,
them out.
here's the thing, right? It's like
Endrick.
the only like older players you really have is Casemiro,
Yeah.
Thiago Silva.
Marquinhos.
Thiago Silva,
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Those are the only three I can think of.
Casemiro make it? Or you already said that?
Yeah, you said
Well, I said Casemiro already. That's what I'm saying. Like Casemiro, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva.
No, that is true.
Everybody else is under 25.
Yeah,
A lot of them under 20.
and then even Neymar is still one of the older ones. But even so, you have Vinicius, you have Gabriel Jesus,
Yeah.
you have Richarlison, you have Gabriel Martinelli.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing is, I don't think he's gonna like retire after this World Cup. I think he's gonna play till the next World Cup. If he doesn't win it, though,
If he wins, he's done.
If he
with
wins,
Brazil.
though,
yeah.
I might think he's done.
yeah, I agree with that.
But did he not say it's his final World Cup after this
No,
one?
he
for
said
sure?
he said it might be.
Or most
They said
likely,
that.
he said.
Most likely,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he threw a
But
couple.
like low key, he would have like a better
But-
chance for
but
the
you-
next one because
Exactly.
Exactly.
there's gonna be the only other competition you're gonna have then realistically is just Mbappe.
People say things, but they don't really like Messi. Oh, I'm gonna retire after the 2014 World Cup. He never
I mean,
retired.
obviously there's
He
gonna be
retired 2 times and came back.
exactly, and then he came back. So it's like
obviously there's going to be a team in 2026 that we don't know now that will eventually be great. But yeah. Brazil. If Neymar stays with Brazil another 4 years, he could win. If he wins this World Cup, he has a better chance of winning in 2026, right?
if he wins his World Cup, he could definitely cement like a bigger legacy just in the next 4 years. Just like if he wins the Champions League and in another World Cup, like he could definitely be in that conversation because he's 30, man. Like it's like
He's not that. He's
he's
that
not
old.
that old.
He's
The thing
got
is,
10 years
like,
left in him.
Messi's 35, and it's just like he has like 4 or 5 years in him still.
Yeah.
If he, I don't know, plays at the level he plays like
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
in his next 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys, we are nearing our end here. It's about to be 12 o'clock, and that means match week's over. I know everyone's sad. I'm Ardi Emini. That's right. Your lovely, awesome, amazing host. The host with the most. That's right. JT, I'm sorry. I'm the best show here. No, I'm just joking. Everybody, you've been listening top of the hour on WMSC Upper Montclair. And this is Match Week. Guys, make sure you tell somebody you love them. I'll see you next time.